Do you have an analytical and problem solving personality? Do you feel you keep chasing answers to life's every question and you can't relax until you have unraveled this mystery called life and make it comply to your wishes? How is it working out for you? Have you been able to find a way? Or it seems the answer keeps eluding you whenever you get closer, like it slips from your hands. You're not alone. All our minds are very noisy and extremely busy. The mind wants to solve every problem before it can rest. The strategy of the mind is let me make sure everything is absolutely perfect and then I will finally relax. Obviously, this is impossible. There is always something, so the mind keeps busy. There is a story where there was a genie in a lamp who was all powerful and could do anything. Whoever owned the lamp became the master of the genie. There was one caveat though: the genie could not sit idle, and so the master had to issue commands continuously, or the genie would turn on the master and kill him. A lot of people were in pursuit of this lamp, and finally, one guy found it. He was ecstatic and he asked the genie to build a palace for him. The genie did it in under a minute. Then the guy asked for possessions, wealth. All the wishes were fulfilled. And so the guy started breaking a sweat. He didn't know what else to do and he started fearing for his life. So he went to the wise guy in his village and asked him, "Please save me." The wise guy said, "Ask the genie to catch the reflection of the moon in the water." And then the genie was kept busy. Our minds have a similar nature. They need to be occupied with something, and if there are no external tasks, then the mind turns inward and tries to solve imaginary or mental problems. Planning, strategizing, what needs to be said in the next meeting, what went wrong in the last meeting, and so on and so forth. And sometimes mind turns on us, saying things like, "Why are you so stupid? Why does your life suck? Why are you not as good as others? What is wrong with you?" And other mean things. Like the genie, the mind is supposed to be a tool to help us achieve efficiency, but we have given it all power. However, the mind is only good at executing and not at commanding. So it goes about trying to solve every problem because it doesn't have the discernment over what is actually necessary or beneficial. It doesn't help that the entire society behave in this neurotic way. Our value is tied to productivity, and so we feel continuous hustling is the answer. And this is only at the external goal achieving level. What about thinking obsessively? That is not even productive. In fact, it is counterproductive. It drains us, but we keep doing it nonstop. Most of the time, we are just thinking and ruminating, not really solving anything, but going into mental loops. There is this tendency to label, judge, categorize everything. There is a background commentary which is always going on. Instead of experiencing the moment, we are describing it in our heads. Instead of being in the moment, we are being in our heads about the moment. There is more narration and less experience. We are barely aware of our bodily sensations. We live in our heads so much. We breathe in a shallow manner. We are disconnected from our physical surroundings. Only when there is discomfort and pain in the body, we become aware of our bodies. And look at the data. How many times all this problem solving has actually solved problems? If we are being generous, maybe 25 to 30%. Most of the things that we think about never happen, and when they do happen, they barely follow the mental script. But that doesn't stop us. It doesn't mean stop thinking. Use the mind for the function that it was built for. Achieve goals, plan, execute, strategize, but don't let it use you by giving it full autonomy where it is ruminating and regurgitating past experiences, projecting fearful scenarios in the future, engaging in imaginary arguments, rehearsing conversations, and berating and judging you constantly. This is the exact opposite of what it was supposed to do. Instead of being efficient, it is trying to destroy the organism it was supposed to serve. Recall the best experiences in your life. These were the moments that were fully experienced, not narrated in your head. At these times, we are fully present, so no commentary is needed. That's why we unknowingly chase these experiences because we understand that it's pure feeling, whether it's falling in love, holding a baby, lost in music or dance, watching a sunrise or a sunset, being in nature, a forest, or on the beach. There is this awareness, this peace behind all this mental chatter that we encounter during all these experiences. The mind tries to achieve this state by thinking and doing, but this state exists before all the striving and struggling and can only be achieved by letting go. Underneath all this static is presence. So instead of filling your day with thoughts, try to relax this habit and sit quietly. Initially, it may feel uncomfortable and even boring because our minds are stimulated all the time and they are not used to being idle. But start slowly. With practice, this stranglehold of obsessive thinking will begin to loosen and you will start feeling peace. Once you really taste silence, you will realize how much pressure you are under. Observe your thoughts without fighting them or wishing them to go away. Thoughts occur in your mind, but you are not your thoughts. Slowly, you will notice that you can just observe your thoughts and not get caught. The mind wants to chase answers, look for breakthroughs, but the real answer is within. Relax within yourself, take a step back from the thoughts, be in your body, live from the fullness of your being instead of just from the neck up. This is the way to live fully. Thanks for watching.